Hello, everybody, and welcome to the WDW Fan Zone show. Tonight, we're going to do our top 10 Walt Disney World in-park sit-down restaurants. But before we go and have our dining experiences, and before I introduce us here, I've got to talk to you about the very best there is, was, and will be when it comes to travel planning. So if you want to go to Walt Disney World, Disneyland, take a Disney cruise, or go on an adventure by Disney, who do you want to plan your vacation? Well, forget the rest and go with the absolute very best. And of course, I'm talking about Mouse Fan Travel. Mouse Fan Travel has the most insanely experienced and knowledgeable travel planners you'll ever find anywhere on the planet or in the world. And you can find out all about them and all the absolutely great discounts they've got going on right now for your next trip, which you should have been starting to plan already. And if you don't have a travel planner, and even if you do have a travel planner, switch to Mouse Fan Travel. I promise you, you won't regret it. Nobody does travel better than Mouse Fan Travel. They do it your way, the only way, the right way, the very best way. And you can find out everything there is to know about Mouse Fan Travel, including all their absolutely wonderful and great discounts they've got going on right now by going to www.mousefantravel.com. That is www.mousefantravel.com. Well, folks, if you're joining us for the first time, I am Stuart Sternberg, and I am joined here by Darlene Nagy, Lottie Ferguson, and Kurt. John Maloney is on assignment, and he will be back next week. Okay, so I made it difficult for everybody because I said we're not going to do all the property that Disney sits on. We're not going to include Disney Springs, just the in-park sit-down restaurants. And I didn't even include counter service. Now, we've done similar shows like this in the past, but it's been a while. Some new restaurants have changed, closed, reopened. So it'll be interesting to see what everybody has and where and why they chose what they chose. Lottie, I will allow you to use Earl of Sandwich because we know it's your absolute favorite.
She brings it into the park.
Yeah. And sits down to eat. So it counts as a
yes.
You know, I'm sorry John is not here because I know he would have a very interesting list for us. So maybe he'll share that with us someday soon.
We did, in a pre-meeting, shoot down part of his list quite quickly.
Yeah.
So that was quite fun.
It was fun. And he was a good sport about it, too.
Yes, he laughed.
Nobody out there understands what we're talking about because it's all inside joke stuff. All right, Darlene, why don't you start us off with your – we're going to go from 10 to 1. So start off with your number 10.
Hollywood and Vine.
Okay.
In Hollywood Studios.
And why did that make your list?
Well, I've enjoyed the characters that have been there. I haven't eaten there much. I only ate there like once because I ended up just going in after my cousins were done eating one time just to see them. So,
hold on.
But the characters were good when they were walking around.
You did or did not eat there if you wanted to visit your cousins who were eating there?
I said I ate there once, if you were listening, and then I went in a second time and seen the characters.
Well, you didn't say second time, so you confused us, or me.
That's because you jumped in before I was done talking.
Well, if I didn't jump in, you'd still be talking.
So Hollywood and Vine was my number 10.
Guys, we're joking around here. We're not serious.
Or are we?
He likes to interrupt me. Don't worry.
And that won't be the last time tonight, I'm sure.
I'm sure it won't.
All right, Kurt, what have you got?
I guess I'd have to go with the Plaza Restaurant. I really like the meals. It's a nice, simple design inside. I enjoy just the ambiance and the music that plays in the background. Hey, you can't say no to meatloaf. What can I say?
Yeah. All right. How about you, Lottie? What was on yours?
I know I'm going to get dinged for this one, but my number 10 is Le Cellier at Canada, Epcot.
No dinging here.
No dinging here. That did not make my list, but I do like the restaurant.
No, I figured I'd get dinged because it wasn't higher on the list.
No,
I love it, but my husband hated it.
I can't put it higher on my list, much higher. Sorry, she stole my number 9. I can't put it much higher just because of the prices of it now. I can't afford to go there anymore. $13 for a bowl of soup? Come on.
Now, just for the folks that are watching or listening at home, I told everybody to base their list on the food quality, ambiance, and what was the other one, the atmosphere of the restaurant?
Atmosphere.
Or the theming. Now, the reason I didn't mention pricing is because if I mention pricing, most of us would say for just about all the restaurants, they're too expensive.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to include that as part of the criteria. Yeah, I didn't put Le Cellier on there because it's been a long time since I've eaten there. I did enjoy the meal. But, when I think about all the restaurants I've eaten, it's not my favorite. Now, my number 10 choice, and that's probably will surprise a few of you, which is all of you, I have Brown Derby's number 10. It's not higher on my list because I do like it. It's good. But when I factor in everything that I did with all the restaurants, I couldn't put it before any of the restaurants on my list. I just couldn't do it. All right. Darlene, number 9.
Plaza Restaurant. I like the location. I like the food. I haven't eaten there since the park's reopened, so I don't know if anything has changed. I don't know if they've removed anything, but I've had very good meals there. I've had meals there with Stuart and Michelle, my husband, and Keith and I. That was a good place that we could walk up to when I was get a table. We haven't been able to do that since the park reopened.
Yeah, it's hard to do it with anything these days.
Yeah, it is.
All right, Kurt.
I'm going to throw a wrench into this one because it does require for you to actually make a reservation. And since she took my Le Cellier, I'm going to throw in Olga's Cantina. It requires a reservation to get in. It does have food, which is okay.
It's snacky food, though.
It's snacky food. However, the drinks are to die for, and the ambiance is incredible. So that's why I'm sneaking that one in there.
I did not have that on my list because I didn't consider it a sit-down restaurant. However,
well, just because they only have like 4 tables to sit at,
I'm gonna let you slide on this one, Kurt.
It's incredible.
I have had, I think, their charcuterie board that they have, and that's good.
It's quite tasty.
Yeah, it was better than when they first opened because they didn't have that many snacky foods. A lot of it.
They have 2.
Yeah. Well, don't they have a few more now?
Well, no, they have 2, but they have 1 drink, and the drink comes with a cookie.
Oh, okay.
They did add a few more food things to their menu than they've had in the past. I was just there, so.
Oh, then it's not
very
online
good
anymore.
Very good. It's the atmosphere you can't beat. The drinks are wild.
Yes.
I didn't have an alcoholic drink when I was there. I had the Japa juice, which was excellent. Cool. My brother had something that was like smoking and bubbling and.
That sounds good. I have to find out what that is.
All right, Darlene. Oh wait, you went. I'm sorry, Lottie.
Animal Kingdom, Tusker House.
Never been there.
You have a whole safari theme and Mickey Minnie table service. It's a good spot.
All right, now for my number 9 is a restaurant I just ate in on Saturday night. I had not been there in a number of years. I remember it being good, not great. This time around, it was great. And that is, and I'm staying in Disney's Hollywood Studios, Mama Melrose. The food was, what I did was, I had 2 appetizers for a meal. I got the Caesar salad, which was one of the best I've ever had. And I got the calamari, which is not, for those who live in New York and know Carmine's restaurant, it's not as good as Carmine's, but it's pretty darn good. Very fresh. You could tell that it was cooked right there on the spot, not taken out of a freezer and heated up.
It's important.
So yeah, that made my number 9 on my list. All right, Darlene, number 8.
Crystal Palace. I love the area. I love the building. I love the characters, and the food is really good.
All right. Kurt.
She just took my number 8.
That's okay.
It's the same. You know, I love the characters. I like the buffet. The buffet's quite tasty. Did you go breakfast or dinner? What are you thinking, Darlene? What did you take?
We've been for breakfast and
one or the other. You got to choose.
And I think I want to say I like the dinner better.
Okay, so I'll go with the breakfast. I really like the breakfast buffet. That way it's not the same. I like it and being able to get those. The Mickey Mouse waffles, you can ask for brown sugar on the side to pour that over the top of it and to pour your syrup over that. You can't go wrong with the eggs and the sausages. If you walk out of there hungry, you didn't eat anything.
There's something wrong with you if you walk out of there.
Yeah,
right.
Yes.
You know, I'll get to that. I have it up higher up on my list. So I'll talk about it when I get there. Lottie.
Spice Road Table, Epcot.
What's the Spice Your Own Table?
Spice Road Table.
Oh, Spice Road Table. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's great. Fireworks viewing, small plates. I think it gets overlooked a lot. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I have never eaten there. All right. Oh, my turn. I forgot. What do I have number 8 for? I have Be Our Guest for dinner.
There you go.
The atmosphere, the food is good, but the atmosphere of the place is just incredible. They did an excellent job with that place. I wouldn't get the cereal for breakfast there if I were going there for breakfast, Lottie. I remember the story Lottie told us about the box of cereal or the bowl of cereal, whatever it was, the dry cereal. But is it overpriced? Probably. Is the food good? Yes. Is the atmosphere great? Yes.
I like the lunch better than the dinner.
Well, the lunch is a counter service. Well, it was. I don't know.
It was, yeah.
I haven't eaten there in a long time. I know it was. I have had lunch there when it was a counter service. I didn't want to include that as.
I've had dinner there twice, and it was good. It was, I'm glad
I've heard that from a lot of people. The lunch is better than dinner.
That's what Keith and I went to the lunch, and we enjoyed it.
Yeah. All right, where are we at now? We're at number 7.
Number 7 is 50s Prime Time. I love the drinks. I love the food. I love the funny character cast members we get. And we always make sure that we still have a good time with them. And that I know they domed it down a lot, but we make sure that we all play along and we get them involved to play with us. So, which is really cool.
Oh, nice. Kurt.
I'm going to go with St. Angel's Inn. You're sitting in front of Mayan Temple. Come on. So, and it is a tasty Mexican menu for the food that's available.
It was really spicy.
I like spicy food.
Yeah, I found out I can't eat there.
Sorry. I'll eat your meal. That's okay.
I know, yeah.
You know what? The atmosphere there, you're not going to find a better atmosphere in a restaurant than that.
Right.
However, the food, I can tell the last couple of times we were there, we stopped going there because the food was very disappointing the last couple of times we were there.
I'll admit I haven't been there in a while.
Yeah, if you're going there for the atmosphere, actually, you should go there for the atmosphere and, just take the food with a grain of salt.
All right,
Lottie.
We're at number 7. Yeah, I wrote down Yak and Yeti.
I've only eaten at the carryout.
Yak and Yeti. Yeah, they I think it's dynamite shrimp. Well, Kurt can't eat that anyway.
I'll take your word on it.
It's dynamite.
Okay.
All right, and I went with Teppanito for my number 7 choice. Can I eat Japanese food almost anywhere? Sure, but it's a great restaurant. Does it separate itself from other Japanese restaurants I've been to up north when I used to live up north? Atmosphere-wise, yes, but like I said, if you're looking for a place to eat and you want something either that you're familiar with or maybe you're not familiar with it, it's the food quality there is always, always good.
Never ate there.
Yeah. Where are we at? Number 6.
Number 6, Liberty Tree Tavern. I ate there for the first time just about a month ago with a friend of mine, and it was absolutely delicious. The food was good. It was plentiful, and the restaurant itself was really neat.
All right.
And the service was great.
All right, good.
There you go. I actually like the flip-flop too. I'd like Le Cellier to be my number 6. My number 9, I'm going to backtrack, and I can't believe I'm going to say this. It's for the ambiance. I promise, Stuart. Sci-Fi Dine-In. Back at number 9. Back at number 9.
No, number 9 you had Oga's.
No, number 9. Well, yeah, I kind of tossed that in there because I
have it written down.
You wrote it down for him? Oh, wow. Okay. I don't see how I can do sci-fi for number 6. So, okay. I got to flip-flop a couple other things there. So maybe Olga would be number 6, and I'd put number 9. Put that as Sci-Fi Dine-In. I'm sorry. I don't know how it slipped all the way down to here. I missed that by accident. She tossed me a loop when she said Le Cellier. So I will go with number 9 was my Sci-Fi Dine-In. You really have to like the ambiance there. It's just you're getting carry-out food quality food as far as I was concerned with it.
So for those of you out there who are confused with Kurt's list, so are the rest of us.
It's all over the place. Have a drink. It'll make sense, guys. Okay?
Okay. Now, just to make a brief mention of sci-fi, if you don't care about the atmosphere, go to Backlot Express. The food is just as good, if not better, and it's the same food.
I think it's the same food, to be honest.
Yeah.
They have a very good Cuban sandwich at the Backlot that I really like.
They really do.
I haven't tried it yet, but I've heard that.
Agreed.
Thank you. See, Lottie and I are on the same page again.
Yeah, poor Lottie.
Sorry, Lottie.
All right, Lottie, number 6.
50s prime time at Hollywood Studios. Just the fried chicken and the crab cakes and the atmosphere is just great.
You see, 10, 15 years ago, I would have had primetime on my list, 50s primetime, because they do not harass you like they used to. It kind of lost a little bit of its edge. The food is still great, don't get me wrong, and I love the decor, but it lost a step for me because
you have to get them to play with you. That's the thing. You got to let them know it's okay. Guess you don't know how to do that?
Well, what do? You just go up to them and say, "Bother me"?
No. We'll have to go one day.
All right. What do you do to get them to? I mean, with you, I think it's pretty easy. You just say hello and they're ready to harass you.
No, It was when I was with our friends, the Nicholsons. And they just had a blast about drinking all your milkshake and eating all your vegetables. And it was a lot of fun.
Okay. All right. What did I have for number 6 on my list? I had Beer Garden.
I forgot about that one.
Who doesn't love a buffet? I love buffets. I love schnitzel. I love the dessert. I love everything there. But I'm not a beer drinker, so if I were a beer drinker, I'd love it even more. All right, Darlene, number 5.
Tony's Town Square in Magic Kingdom, right in the front entrance. I enjoy the food. I love Lady and the Tramp. The calamari I had years ago was really good. The other meals I've had there have been good, and I've eaten there quite a few times, actually.
Okay. Kurt?
That's actually where I have prime time, 50s Primetime Cafe. Because the last time we were there, we did get harassed. So I was not allowed to have dessert until I actually finished more of my green beans. She got the airplane going and right into my mouth. I ate it up. And I got my dessert. I was a happy camper. And another place they have really good meatloaf. You can't pass up good meatloaf.
Yeah,
they have good beef stew too.
It's comfort food.
There's I don't know
or pork roast. No, pot roast. Pot roast.
I don't know if the salmon is still on the menu. They used to have it there. The salmon is very good.
I believe they still have a fish on there. Yeah,
it just seems so heavy on vacation.
It is
meatloaf on vacation.
I do. It's usually one of my last meal,
but
it's one of my last meals of the day. So we're wrapping things up and okay, let's go take it. Especially if we do it at lunch.
Oh yeah,
hop on out, crawl our way back to the hotel room, take a little nap. I'm ready to go.
That's it.
All right, Lottie.
Number 5 is, I can't read my writing, Hollywood Brown Derby.
Got high up there.
Yeah.
You know, I can't argue with you. It's a great restaurant, but I just prefer. That's why I had to lower my list because I like others more. But good choice. My number 5. Now here's where I have the Plaza Restaurant because I love the atmosphere there. I love the service there. I love the quality of the food. And I always, when I finish eating my meal there, I always wish I had more because it's that enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
But like Darlene said before, very difficult to get in there now unless you doing an ADR.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Darlene, number 4.
Yek and Yeti. And I really enjoy the restaurant. I've eaten there a couple times with my friends that have come into town, and the Oliveries and the Princes. And
time out for 1 second. For those who are joining us for the first time or maybe haven't listened for a while, Darlene likes to name drop. So if you want,
I was going to say, I have no idea who these people are either.
You want your name mentioned
yes,
on the
you
show.
do.
And Darlene, I have no problem with you mentioning the names. I just want to put it out there. But if anybody wants their name mentioned on the show, please contact Darlene. If you want a birthday or anniversary mention, please let her know. She'll do that for you.
Well, see, the thing is that I don't eat by myself. I've expanded my eating horizons a lot since I've been hanging around with my Disney friends.
My friends and I ate there.
I've eaten with a lot of you at a lot of places, like the Lounge at Brown Derby.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not criticizing you for mentioning names. I'm just telling people if they want anything mentioned to contact you and let you know. You'll mention it.
Oh, good golly. Anywho, so can we go back to the food now?
Yes.
What food?
Okay. Thank
you. You were talking about Yek and Yeti.
Yes, I was. They have very good lettuce wraps and different, things there that you can get, and the soups were good and stuff. So I would definitely check it out. Don't discount it. It's kind of, people kind of I think walk by it and don't even remember. It is owned by Landry, so if you have a Landry's card, you could actually go up and get a table while you're there, and they will put you on the list and then come back later.
Okay.
I'm lost. Is this number 4?
That was number 4, yes.
Number 4.
Okay. My number 4 is Coral Reef Restaurant.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
I can't eat without an EpiPen if I really want to enjoy the menu. However, they do have chicken. Okay. So I do enjoy the chicken. I'm there for the ambiance. If you can get a table anywhere near the actual reef, it's awesome.
Yeah.
So you're going there for the ambiance.
They have a very good Bailey's Irish cream dessert there, too, that I got a recipe for.
I was disappointed my last 2 visits.
Were you?
Yeah.
I haven't been since before the pandemic.
Yeah,
that's the last time I was there was before that. Actually, the February before the pandemic, a few days before that trip right then. And I went. My sister loves fish, and so I decided, hey, she's in town. She's not a Disney person. That's where we should go. Because I couldn't get a reservation at Boathouse, so we went there. And
yeah, I don't have it on my list, but I do like the restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Someone in another room in this house. I don't know if it was food poisoning, but after our meal was indisposed for a little bit.
Oops.
But it's been since before the pandemic that we've eaten there, and I don't think I'll be allowed to go back unless I go by myself or with friends whose names I won't name drop. right. Oh, I have to go, don't I? What are we on? Number 4.
4.
God, it pains me to say this, but my number 4 is exactly the same as Darlene's. Yek and Yeti.
How many times have you eaten there?
Quite a few.
Have you eaten at the takeout over there?
At the takeout as well.
The quick service, yeah.
I eat the quick service. I have not had the table service. That's
The
why I can't use it.
It's a smaller menu, but the same food that you would get indoors.
Right.
The pork egg rolls are really good there.
Oh yeah. Oh
so is the honey chicken.
Yeah, the honey chicken's very good too.
You know, if anybody's been to PF Chang's,
yes,
you know, the food it's different, but it's kind of like the same kind of.
It's better than PF Chang's.
Yeah,
really,
you know, it's the same type of food. Not exactly the same, but it's not typical Chinese food, but it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I recommend Yek and Yeti highly. All right, we're up to number 3.
I thought that's where Nine Dragons was going to be.
Wait, I didn't.
Not on my list.
I didn't do my number 4.
Lottie, you skipped Lottie.
Oh, I apologize, Lottie. I thought you did.
Oh no, my number 4 is Space 220.
Oh, see, I haven't eaten there yet.
I haven't been there since they opened.
I haven't eaten there yet.
That's a good one.
In there.
The thing that I like is a drink. It's a cotton candy drink. They put the cotton candy in and they pour the alcohol over it. And
really? Oh,
it's good stuff.
Now, did you eat at the restaurant or did you slip into
the lounge?
The lounge.
Yep.
Can you order off the full menu there?
They have a menu that you can order from. If you go to the restaurant, I think it's prefixed, but if the lounge, you could just order whatever you wanted. I had the chicken and waffles.
Oh. Okay, that's what Keith and I'll have to do. Okay. We'll try that.
Maybe we'll sneak into that lounge sometime.
Yeah.
Now, did you notice any space sickness on your way there? Are you okay with that time travel or anything? Or
oh yeah, I was fine.
You're good? Okay, just checking, just making sure. Oh, it's deviled eggs. That looks good.
It was good. I wish I could remember the name of that drink though, because I would definitely order that again. It was so good.
Kurt will tell you. He's looking at it right now.
I'm looking at it right now.
Got cotton candy in it.
The Atmos Spritz.
Atmos Spritz. That's it.
What is it?
It's new. It's new Amsterdam Aperol Blood. Oh, hang on, I just lost it. What the heck just happened there? Aperol Blood Orange, orange juice, prosciutto, and cotton candy.
That sounds good.
That looks good. Lottie's holding up a picture for those who are watching us on YouTube.
Oh yeah, I took so many. It was so good.
Look at that thing.
That looks awesome. I really gotta try that.
There is less sugar.
Really have to try that.
In one portion of cotton candy, there's less sugar than an entire can of Coca-Cola.
Wow.
Yeah.
So eat your cotton candy, boys and girls. Tell mom it's better for you than drinking a can of Coca-Cola.
Right.
Okay, I think we're skipped back over to Darlene now.
Yes.
Okay.
Now we're at number 3.
Number 3, Rose and Crown. I've eaten there quite a few times. Closest thing I can find to JP's Fish Fry up from Hamburg, New York. Not far from my former West Seneca, New York. Towns. Everybody knows I love my JP Fitzgerald's. But whatchamacallit, the food is really good. I've had their the burger is huge and that's really tasty. That's a shareable thing. And what else? I've had there was another thing that I had too. I can't remember what it was. Oh, they're the Scotch eggs are very good too.
Scotch eggs?
I didn't. Yeah, it's an egg and it's got breading on it. That's a Scotch egg. It's like a
variations. They're wrapped in sausage and
sausage and meat and stuff. Yeah.
Never had one before.
Yeah, me either.
Neither have I. So I was like afraid. I was thinking because the sound of it made me think of like, oh my gosh, is it like one of these eggs that's like you
Now, if you
know,
want to give me
can
a
make me
Cadbury
sick or
egg,
something.
No,
Not
I was going
really.
back.
Cadbury egg.
I was going back to her whatchamacallit. That's one of my favorite actual candy bars.
Candy
is the
bars, I know.
whatchamacallit,
Yeah.
so
I remember
they're good.
those. Oh,
They're still
peanut
around.
butter and Rice Krispies and chocolate. Yum.
What's wrong? So my number 3, Cinderella Royal Table. It's a great meal. It's even better if you're celebrating a holiday. So if you're there for your anniversary, a birthday, go for it.
And it's even better if somebody else is picking up the tab.
Bingo.
Well, that's one of the few that you pay for at the time of booking. So it's almost like a relief when you get there because you don't have to pay for it.
You don't have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah.
You actually, the meal's done or paid for.
Yeah, it's taken care of already.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when you buy the most expensive thing that would be on a regular. It's like $60 now. Give me the most expensive, well, like non-seafood thing that's on that list.
Yeah. Okay, Lottie.
We're at number 3. I wrote down Garden Grill.
Never ate there yet.
Garden Grill, and it's number 3 because my kids love it.
Yes,
they love the rotating restaurant. They're one of their favorite rides attractions is living with the land, and so they like to be able to see living with the land as they rotate around the restaurant.
Can I laugh that I thought you were going to say one of their favorite attractions is riding around on the Garden Grill and going around in a circle? I'd go for it. It was good.
Oh boy.
We've only done breakfast at Garden Grill. I've not done dinner there yet.
Oh,
it's good.
It's good, and the lunch is amazing too. But I'll get to that later.
It's $60 now.
Higher on my list.
Good.
Number 3, I have Crystal Palace. And as far as the debate goes with breakfast and lunch and dinner, I haven't had lunch there. I've had breakfast and dinner. They don't serve lunch, do they?
I think their lunch is their dinner.
I've just had breakfast and dinner there in the past. That used to be a staple on our trips. It was always, over at Chef Mickey's, we'd always go to Crystal Palace. I love the breakfast there. But I have found that after I eat breakfast there, I am walking around with dead weight in my stomach for the rest of the day because I eat so much. Now, the dinner is absolutely amazing there too. And if you had to put a gun to my head, I'd be dead because I can't choose which one is better. I love them both. All right.
I'm looking it up right now.
So what do we have? We're up to number 2 now.
Number 2, Via Napoli. Love, love, love the pizza there. I mean, the pizza is just amazing. It's done in their ovens and they import the water. It's delicious.
Darlene, where do they import the water from?
New Jersey, I believe.
Oh, hell no.
Or Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania?
Pennsylvania.
Italy, actually.
Now,
Italy.
Stuart just threw up in his mouth.
Hold on a second. I'm not making fun of you with this. Importing the water infers that it's coming from overseas. And it used to. I believe
it was Italy at one time.
It was coming from Italy, but now it's coming from Pennsylvania. But you can kind of call Pennsylvania foreign country because of what's going on there. So, no, I'm kidding. I've got a lot of good friends from and still living in Pennsylvania, so including John, who's not with us today.
Yes.
But yes, the water does come from Pennsylvania, which has maybe the second best water in this country next to New York.
It's because it's so high up, it's not being polluted at all by anyone.
Yeah. All right, Kurt.
By the way, I just double checked. The Crystal Palace buffet does have lunch and dinner. They're the same.
Oh, okay. All right. Did not know that.
My number 2 is actually Be Our Guest. I preferred it back when it was a carryout, or not carryout, but counter service, but you still had to make the reservations for it, which of course isn't allowed now. But the biggest reason why I choose it is because of the ambiance of that place.
Yeah.
It is just incredible. If you're ever in the Rose Room, it is incredible. It's just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place to eat. And the food's quite good.
Yes, it is. The ahi tuna there is really good.
I'll take your word on it.
My number 2, Magic Kingdom, Skipper Canteen.
I still want to eat there.
Yeah, I haven't eaten there yet.
You know, the food is great, the atmosphere is great, and what's the society of, what are they called? I can't think of it right now. The adventurers.
It's the adventurers.
What are they? What's the name of that group?
Thanks.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
Yep. Thanks. Threw me for a loop on that one.
Yeah, I'm clueless with that.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, what's the name of the secret society of adventurers? Something or other.
Something. It's the Adventurers Club.
But they've got all of these artifacts for them all over the restaurant, and it's just there's the secret room behind the you got to pull the book down to get to the secret room, and it just, the food is fantastic, the atmosphere is great. It's my favorite place, my favorite sit-down restaurant at Magic Kingdom.
I'll have to try that one. You know, you keep raving about it. I'm gonna have to try it one day. But then
I'll have to try it again. I tried it once and I wasn't that fond of it when it first opened, but you really have to go again to, you know.
It's hard to trust Lottie though, because she doesn't like via Napoli, or pizza, I should say, not via Napoli. She doesn't like pizza, and she doesn't like Earl sandwich. So, you know, that you kind of put a dent on things with that.
It's not even coming up right now as one of the restaurants available, because I'm trying to look them all up as we're talking about it.
Society of Explorers and Adventurers.
Oh, there we go.
C, yes.
All right, so my number 2, Garden Grill. It is one, if it weren't for the one that I picked number 1 for a particular reason, which I'll get to very soon after we do this round 1, it would have been my number 1. If that restaurant did not exist, this would have been my number 1, which is why it's number 2, because this other restaurant exists. That's my number 1, which I'll get to later. And you know, if you haven't eaten, darling, you have to eat there. It's just,
I'd love to.
There's nothing bad about it, and you finish one plate, they bring out more. You finish another, they bring out more. Who doesn't like all-you-can-eat food? I love all-you-can-eat food.
Yeah,
if it's not a buffet, this is the next best thing too.
Right.
And the food is excellent there. The beef, oh my God, wow.
By the way, the full title is Jungle Navigation Company Limited, Skipper Canteen. That's why I couldn't find it. But yes, Garden Grill is incredible. I wish I could go back right now.
Nobody ever. Rolling number 1 on your list.
My number 1 is the Brown Derby. I picture it being very similar decor and that to the one out in California that I've never been to, but the food has always been good. They've got a great Cobb salad. The tomato bisque soup was really good. We've tried different things there, and the food's always been very good. And we've been able to do like a walk up. So
no name dropping on this one.
So
I already said I go with Lottie to the lounge, and my husband loves the Cobb salad. Somebody told me though that I guess I have never eaten at this place that's down here. I didn't even know it existed. A Zaxby's. Oh, and I guess they've got a really good Cobb salad.
I've heard that.
You know who's got a great Cobb salad? It's very different from the one you would get at the Brown Derby, and I mean very different. Different tastes. They must put different things in there, but the Cheesecake Factory has an excellent Cobb salad.
I don't think I've ever gotten that there.
Yeah.
I always get the crab-filled wontons when I eat there.
I can tell you, I like the Brown Derby's Cobb salad, but once you have the Cheesecake Factory's Cobb salad, I shouldn't say, my tastes are that I prefer the one at the Cheesecake Factory. That's not to take anything away with the Brown Derby's Cobb salad, which is it's a different kind of Cobb salad. It's probably more authentic than the Cheesecake Factory, but I don't know for sure.
I thought you were going to say my wife's Cobb salad, because she makes a mean Cobb salad.
I thought he was going to say a cheeseburger or something.
Yeah, I could see Stuart doing that too.
No.
It's got lettuce on it.
You know what? We'll do a show, not next week, but we'll do a show. Places to get great burgers at Disney World.
We should have Keith on that one because he's the one who gets burgers everywhere.
He gets burgers everywhere.
He does. As long as there's a burger on the menu, he's a happy man. Or pizza.
Sounds like
all right. We're Kurt. Number one.
Via Napoli. Via Napoli is number one. To me, that is the best pizza in Florida. My wife actually went over to Italy, and I asked her how the pizza was in Italy, and she said it tastes just like the pizza from Via Napoli. So the salad is incredible.
Yes, it is.
It's another one of those.
Arancini is really good too.
Yeah,
there,
the charcuterie board is very, very tasty. Another one of those places, if you leave full, you're probably taking, or if you leave and you're not full, you're taking home leftovers because they give you a ton of food.
Yep. Agreed. Lottie.
My number one is back at Animal Kingdom, Tiffin's.
I've never eaten there.
I've eaten in the lounge area, but never.
Nomad Lounge is good, but Tiffin's is an amazing sit-down experience.
Is it?
You've got this. It's popcorn soup. It's like it's a lobster bisque, and they've got popcorn in it. It's amazing.
It soggy?
Well, no. Here, I'm gonna pull the dinner video. They only have lunch and dinner, but no, they like do it at the table, so it's not soggy at all.
So you just like sprinkle it on top, like croutons?
They do it for you.
Oh, okay.
I know. Maybe it's not on the menu anymore, but it's amazing. Tiffin's is amazing.
The popcorn soup.
It's a lobster bisque, and it's got popcorn in it.
Wow. Okay.
And my number one choice, best restaurant by far on property, Pinocchio's Village House.
I'm there with you.
I'm kidding.
Not without the Figaro fries.
You can sit down, but it's not a sit down meal.
It's not a sit down, so that does not count.
It is not bad, but it's good for counter service. My number one choice, you know what, Kirk? Great minds think alike, and for the same reasons.
High five.
Via Napoli. Before Via Napoli existed, I would have said Garden Grill hands down. But Via Napoli, since it's been there on property, I mean, it blows away the other restaurants. I defy anybody to get pizza that's better than Via Napoli anywhere in the U.S. Anywhere. Just don't think it's possible. And I'm including New York pizza, Chicago pizza. It's just incredible, the pizza there. So, I always come out of there. I need a wheelbarrow to spend the rest of my day in after I eat there, because the food is always a lot and it's always great, so I can't stop eating. Yeah. And that concludes our top 10 list. So let's see. We had a lot of different answers here and a lot of different choices, but 50s primetime, 3 of you had it on your list. Let's see. Yak and Yeti was on 3 of our lists. Crystal Palace.
Plaza.
Yeah. Garden Grill. Yeah, I think a lot of people here will find that, everyone has different tastes in food.
Mm-hmm.
And you have 4 of us here that have different tastes in food, different,
like your 9 Dragons.
Oh God, I hate 9 Dragons. For those of you who don't, I hate 9 Dragons. It's so overpriced for the food you're getting. You can go to any Chinese restaurant in the Northeast, and it will be better than what you get at 9 Dragons for a fraction of the price. Skip 9 Dragons. Just don't even bother going there. And if you're a fan of 9 Dragons and you don't know what Chinese food is, really good Chinese food is.
Now I think we need to come back in a couple weeks and do a best fast food restaurants, top 10 quick service restaurants in the park.
Yeah.
And then when you think about it, we could also come back and do a best quick service outside of the parks or best table service outside of the parks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we could. Maybe we'll do the quick service in the parks after you guys have all. When I say you guys, I mean you, Lottie, and John have come on your next Disney vacation, which is coming up in the next month or so.
Yeah.
We'll do that then. I think for the different backgrounds that we come from, and to come up with some of the same, even in different order, same restaurant says a lot about the quality of the food and the atmosphere that you get and the great service that you get at Disney. To have so many that were similar on our list. Some of us haven't eaten at all the restaurants, which is I think where the differences came. Kurt, you had Coral Reef, and you're allergic to seafood.
That was back when we used to do the dining plan, and that was when the dining plan was affordable. I'm sorry, which goes back at least 10, if not 12 years. And that's how long it's been since I actually ate there. But from everything I hear, the food's still just as good, and the ambiance, it's not changing.
Yeah, the ambiance is excellent there. Who doesn't like looking at fish in an aquarium while you're eating?
While you're eating the fish, they're staring at you going, is that Nemo?
Yeah.
Who is that you're eating there? So, but what is sustainable fish? You look at the menu for $45 sustainable fish.
It's supposedly humanely farmed and fish that replenishes itself, quickly. So it's not something that's not quite endangered.
Right.
But,
so you don't know if it's bass. You don't know if it's carp. You don't know if it's
instead you're eating it. It's endangered.
It's sustainable fish, but it's like, okay, different types of fish have different types of flavor. I used to be able to eat it, believe it or not, but that was like 30 years ago. So it's been quite a while.
You know what I used to eat a lot, and I won't eat it anymore because it's not a real fish, and that's tilapia.
Yeah, I don't eat that either.
It's
dolphin fish, I
love mahi,
monkfish.
I'm sorry,
monkfish,
swordfish.
Give me some monkfish and a nice little dip it in the butter, and I'll keep my EpiPen by my side. It's just like eating a poor man's lobster. I'm there.
Has anybody ever eaten at Tokyo Dining?
No.
I just wanted to see what they had in Epcot for like upcoming reservations to try to get.
You know what? I've eaten. It's been a while. I think I ate there twice. Chefs de France.
Never eaten there either.
Never. Alicia and Mike ate there, and they love it.
The food is good. The atmosphere is good, but I didn't have it on my list. And you know why I didn't have it on my list? Because I'm not the biggest fan of French food.
Yeah.
And it's good. It's very good.
All right, so I looked up a good definition of sustainable fish. It's sustainable fishing respects marine ecosystems and adapts to the reproductive rate of fish to maintain a balance and ensure the survival of all species. So
there you go. Feed me more.
That's fine, but there's a lot of sustainable fish. Which one am I eating? Because I don't want to pay $40 for
haddock.
Haddock is good. Oh, haddock is very good.
Haddock is the best.
I can't eat it,
especially deep fried. Ooh.
I guess it doesn't matter because I can't eat any of them anyways. But my wife, we're just looking at menus tonight, and I went, "Hey, look, sustainable fish." She goes, "At $35 or $40, whatever it was, that better be a darn good sustainable fish." Is all I have to say. So
I don't understand why fish has gotten so expensive over the last few years. It just makes no sense to me.
Probably
I'm sure somebody can explain it to me, but
I'm gonna guess it's harder to get because there's a reduction in the number of folks who choose that as a profession.
Yeah,
could be. I'm glad you didn't blame it on COVID like everybody else is blaming anything on with COVID. You call up a company, "I'm sorry, we cannot come to the phones right now because of COVID." It's just like, I'm tired of hearing that.
Pretty much.
Yeah. "Oh, sorry, we can't service your vehicle today because of COVID." Get the parts in because of COVID. Yes, the restaurant is closed because of COVID. That's okay, though. If it's closed because of COVID, I don't want to eat there.
Yeah. I'll pass.
Yeah. Anyway, is there any restaurant that you guys can think of that you haven't eaten in that is at the top of your list to try sooner than later?
Mine would be Garden Grill.
I got nothing. We are at the point in our lives where I would rather do quick service than a table service having to pay $60 per person.
Yeah, I
So
get it.
if I'm there alone, I always do table service.
That's a huge difference,
right?
So,
If I'm going with Colin and the kids. I think we have two. The entire time we're there, we have 2 dining reservations. Everything else will be quick service.
And you know where? Believe it or not, I mean, I've got 2 on the top of my list. One is Space 220. The other one is a counter service, Connections Cafe.
Connections Cafe is very good.
Yeah,
We've
I want to try
gotten
that.
Keith got the burger. He enjoyed it. He said he would definitely eat there again. I got the waffle. That was really good. That's a sweet. And gracious me, I can't remember what the meal was I just got. I know the chicken fingers are very good too.
you got some kind of a pizza platter.
Oh,
thing.
that's right. Pizza, and I got fries with mine. You can substitute. They still gave me the salad anyways, but I had salad that afternoon. So
Darlene, I've got a question for you. Is Connections Cafe run by Disney?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, then the chicken fingers they're using there are the same ones they use in every restaurant.
Yeah, they were supposed to be really good.
Okay.
And the chicken sandwich is good. Somebody got the chicken sandwich at the table, and the General Tso's chicken salad was really good too.
I was looking at that. That's the day I went to the park, and
It's
we were going to
huge.
eat there, and I looked in, and I forgot my credit card because they weren't doing multiple ordering, and
Oh, that's right.
oh, bummer, I can't eat there now.
Sadly, I wasn't with you. I would have borrowed you money.
Borrowed my money.
Loaned you money.
Or loaned me money. Yeah.
Loaned money.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. Especially since I harass you all the time.
Yeah. You're lucky I'm so nice.
Yeah. Speaking of harassing Darlene, please remember to send in anything and everything with your name on it. Your birthday, anniversary, the school that you graduated from. She will mention it all on the show. And she'll meet up with anybody who wants to come to the parks with her. All right. We're going to get out of here now before I get more ridiculous with this. I hope everybody stays safe. Have a great weekend. We will be back early next week with our news edition of the show. And then later in the week, Kurt, you won't be with us next week because you'll be somewhere else.
I doubt it. I'm on assignment next week.
Yeah. Okay. John should be back next week. Hopefully Lottie will be here and Darlene and myself. And until then, have a great night, great weekend, great day, wherever you are. Always be safe. Bye-bye.
Good night, everybody.
See you real soon.
Have a magical night and stay safe.